Gabriel Jesus will be out for 3 months for Arsenal Football Club. That is according to reports from Sport TV. That he'll be out for 3 months. He is flying back to the UK on Sunday to begin his recovery. This has led to many big Arsenal accounts claiming now that realistically, they think the title challenge has been put to bed. To take on a team like City, Arsenal need everything to be perfect, and we couldn't make it to game 15 intact injury wise. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings on this. What do Arsenal need to do? What are the reaction from rivals and Arsenal fans collectively about this massive blow to the season of Arsenal? And how big a blow is it really? How big a blow is it really? Can Arsenal bounce back? Is it the end of the world? I want your thoughts and I want your feelings. Let's do this. Today, we are again sponsored by our friends at the Hitch app, the very best social media polling app on God's green earth. Get it downloaded now for free. Scan that QR code on the screen or use the link in the description or comment section below. What is it? Well, it's an app full of quizzes, polls. You can vote for multiple things: sport, fashion, music. It's absolutely fantastic. And the great thing about this app is you get paid to use it for free. You don't spend anything, it's free of charge, and you get paid to do it. I'm also using, during the rest of the remainder of the World Cup, their World Cup Predictor app. And as you can see now on the screen, I've just predicted that France will beat Poland today. And I'm also looking at England versus Senegal. And I am predicting an England win today, but I'm predicting England to win in extra time. I believe it'll be a draw at halftime. I believe it'll be a draw at full time as well. But I do believe there'll be goals between 2 to 3 of them, a fair number of cards, but none red. But I believe England will win in extra time, not penalties, but in extra time today. I'd love to know what your predictions are for today's last round of 16 games at the World Cup. Get the Predictor Act done though. Come and follow me, follow the Football Terrace over there on the app, the Hitch app. Get it downloaded now. Let's do this. So Gabriel Jesus is out. Gabriel Jesus will miss around 3 months, according to this report. My question is to Arsenal fans: how do you think this impacts your season? And rivals, how do you feel about this? There's a lot going on in my head in terms of this injury. I'm looking at the Arsenal fan base, happy with some, disappointed with others. I'm looking at rivals and I'm like, I was right all along. So let's start with rivals for a quick second. This injury proves to everybody what I always expected. People are scared of Arsenal. How do we know they're scared of Arsenal? Because this injury is being celebrated. This injury is being celebrated like England just brought home football. Facts. I think more bill was spilled when this injury news came out last night than when Rashford buried those 2 goals against the Welsh 3 or 4 days ago. Rivals are scared. They are fearful. They are worried about the progression of Arsenal. And seeing one of their talisman of the season get injured is huge. This, by the way, is the same guy that these same very people have been mocking because he hasn't scored since the beginning of October. They're saying he's been mid. That's what the kids say. He's mid. He's average. He just runs around. He hasn't scored. What does he really do? They're now celebrating his injury. You don't celebrate the injury of a player or the exit of a player from a football club without thinking that player is very good, brilliant, world class, a threat, a danger, and an issue for me. It'd be the other way round. If Gabriel Jesus was holding Arsenal back, they'd be disappointed he was injured. But remember, when people cap and people BS and people push agendas, they always end up looking stupid in the end. Play the long game. They look dumb today. This is massively bad news for Arsenal. But how bad? It's bad from the point of view they're going to miss him. But does it mean, and I go back to what Tim Stillman here said, one of the most influential Arsenal fans across social media, this puts the title challenge to bed. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a pile of horse shit. There's three groups of Arsenal fans out there. You tell me which one you think Tim goes into. You tell me where you sit and give me your opinions on your friends that are Arsenal fans. You've got the first group who still believe. The first group that still believe that they can challenge for this title with or without Gabriel Jesus, because everyone with an ounce of, with a brain cell doesn't make a prediction about a football season without factoring in injuries because it's a prerequisite. It happens every year to every team, injuries happen, barring an anomaly. And you never make predictions based on anomalies. You make predictions based on the norm. Everybody does, forever, point blank. They still believe. But what they're doing is the right thing. They're putting pressure upon Arsenal to go out 1st of January, get Mudryk over the line. They're interested in Kudus, go and buy him. They're interested in a new midfielder, go and buy him. There are options. There's talk right now that there's not going to be a knee-jerk reaction to buying another striker, which I understand. Stick with the process. Stick with the plan. He's only going to be missing for 3 months. 3 weeks of that is still the World Cup period. You only play 2 games, I believe, Arsenal, between now and when the window opens. So this is what I would be demanding as an Arsenal fan, if you believe. If you believe, it's go out there now and get Mudryk in 1st of Jan. Just not leave it until the 20th, 25th, 30th. Get the deal done straight away, Cronkies. That's all Arsenal fans should be doing now, is putting the pressure upon their owners. The owners that you've all stated have turned a corner. This is when they prove it. This is one of those gateway moments. This is a time to show that you've gone to another level as a club again. You have the second group of Arsenal fans. Now, these guys are the strangest ones. They believe you can still win the league. But they're going to say you can't now. Because what they don't want is the pressure of it. What they don't want is the expectation of it. They've been the individuals that when anybody has said, I think you could win the league, like, shush, don't say that. Don't say his name. You know? Like me having an opinion that Arsenal can win the league is going to change something in the universe. That's about as likely as you standing in the dark, looking in the mirror and saying Candyman 3 times, and then some dude with a hook hand with bees over his face comes out and kills you. It ain't going to happen. The world don't work like that. It just doesn't. So there are some gooners that believe are going to stay. I still believe, but the Cronkies have got to go out there and buy, and we can still do this. I believe in Martinelli. I believe in Eddie. I believe in Saka. I believe in Partey. I believe in Granit Xhaka. I believe in our defense. I believe in the fact we've got a 5-point lead. I believe in the fact that Man City have dropped 5 points more than us this season with no major injuries, and they're going to get injuries too in this season. Then you get the others that believe all of that, but don't want to say it because they don't want the pressure, or they don't want to be clipped, or they don't want to be teased at the end of the season. They can't take football banter, which for me says you're only half a fan. You can't take football banter, you're only half a football fan. Literally half the enjoyment is the giving and receiving of banter. That's quite literally it. Then you get the third group. The third group, they never believed. And that isn't a bad thing. They never believed. But they pretended they did. And they pretended they did because they just wanted to be with the in crowd. They didn't have their own opinion. So, I don't know if we're actually good enough. I think when we get the injuries, which will happen, we'll fall away. But if I say that now, I'm going to get stick online. You know, it's one thing that I've always admired very much about Jess is she will give her opinion on Arsenal, whether it's popular or not, because she speaks her mind. I love that strength. And I don't actually have to agree with everybody's opinion to enjoy and respect their strength. You've got a lot of these Arsenal fans now, as soon as they heard this news, that's it, season done, season done. You never thought you were winning the league. This is just now your reason to say, I'm out. You were looking for that excuse. You ever been in a relationship where you want to end it and you're like, right, but I don't know how to end it. And then you wait for something to happen. That could be quite a small thing, a small mistake they make, a silly little thing they do. But you blow it up into something massive so you can go, I'm ending this relationship because of what you just did. That's what these Arsenal fans are doing. So they're your three groups in this scenario. Of course, there's the fourth group, the people that never believed and they still don't believe. Um, and they're mixed in with group three. But when you actually break it down, there's two opinions there. We can win it and we can't win it. The ones that said they can win it, did you really believe you weren't getting injuries? And the ones who said they can't win it, they thought this would happen, and then you'd fall away slightly. But then you get these two little like crossover groups who never really speak how they truly feel. They either want to be with the in crowd so they lie, or they're scared of the pressure so they lie. And that's what's going on here. But can Arsenal bounce back? Of course they can. This isn't the end. The world is scared of Arsenal. Don't get it twisted. The only thing you need to do is put pressure on your ball to go out and buy Mudrik or an equivalent in January, very early. Jan 1st, get that deal done. That will relieve the pressure. I believe you play West Ham on Boxing Day, is it? I believe it's West Ham on Boxing Day. I'm going to check that. Again, I don't edit these streams. We do what I call live record, so that it's as authentic as we can be. I'm just checking the Premier League fixtures. Yeah, Arsenal West Ham, 8 p.m. You win that game at home, and everyone's pressure will be relieved. What's the next game for you after that? You then play again you then Brighton away, tough game on the 30th, and that's it. You've got 2 matches before the window opens. Put all the pressure on the Cronkies. But if I'm a Gooner, I believe in Saka. If I'm a Gooner, I genuinely believe in the players that you have at your disposal. You've got some real, genuine, bona fide quality in your team. And I don't think that you as a football club should be panicking right now. It should be calculated pressure on your board. Calm and calculated pressure on your board to say, yo, go out there and buy us what we need. Your manager has been fantastic. Let's not discount your entire squad that have been brilliant this season. Let's not write off Martinelli moving central. Maybe Saka goes onto that left-hand side for a few games. Maybe this is the opportunity for Marquinhos to come in and play. Maybe this is the opportunity that Fabio Vieira has been waiting for. Maybe he's going to play a more central role. Maybe he's going to play a more wide role. But maybe he steps up. Maybe the extra responsibility given to him is what he needs to thrive. But this negative attitude is mad to me. Arsenal's title challenge is not over because of an injury, because nobody with a football brain predicts the outcome of a season without factoring in injuries. Equally, you have to demand your club buys. If the club doesn't buy in January, let's have another conversation. But until the 31st of Jan, the pressure should be go out there and buy what we need within the plan, the right profiles. Don't panic, and let's get it done. Because Arsenal are in a title race. Arsenal are still the favourites to win the title, in my opinion. This injury doesn't change it. It is bad news for Arsenal. But remember, the world is scared of you for a reason. Make sure like buttons are being smashed and you're subscribing to the Football Terrace. Download the Hitch app now. As I've already said, the best social media polling app in the world. There's been about 300 to 400 of you that have already downloaded it, which is absolutely incredible. 219 scans of the QR code today alone. I'm blown away by those numbers. So please go and get that done now. Make sure you're subscribing to the Football Terrace always. Turn on that bell notification button as well. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.